Let me show you the problem with the tile.
This one right here is the worst. It came in the most pieces. Yikes, guys.
Check out these temperatures. We've got 51 degrees outside and 56 degrees inside. Pretty soon, we're gonna have to start using this fireplace, but check out the hearth. Our hearth has been like this for 5 years now, and we would really like to get it finished because this is like one of the very last things inside the house that needs to be done. But we gotta do it before we actually start using the stove. Let's clean this up and get this thing looking awesome.
Last item. Oh, it's dirty.
Well, it looks like that is a lot bigger space with all of the stuff off of there. But we've got to get the stove off that old hearth pad and kind of get this area and see if the tile we got is actually going to fit. We've got a problem with the tile. I'll show you that in a second. All right, we'll take the stove apart. This guy right here just slides up and we can get it off of here like that. And then I want you to look up here. We got a lot of comments on our stove install video saying that this was put in improperly, that it was upside down, right? Because the bottom one goes into this one and then creosote can run down and come out like this. But that's not actually the case. This is double wall pipe. And so it looks like this was on the outside of this, but it's not. If you look right here, this is inside the lower pipe, and this is just an outer sleeve. It's dirty in there. So it is proper, but on the outside, it looks like it's not. But the inside pipe, where all the smoke and creosote is, it all flows down like that. We're gonna go ahead and refinish this, repaint it because of all of the stuff that is on it. But first we're gonna just take down all the stovepipe. Ooh, fancy. Cool. You got that?
Yeah.
Thank you. I probably should have cleaned it before we took it all apart. All right, so we're gonna take the stove and we're gonna bring it out here. Let me show you the problem with the tile. Julie picked out this tile special because it's really cool and she really liked it. It looks like this, you fit it together and it makes a cool pattern. But we ordered 3 boxes of them just in case. And look at how many are broken. We have 5 tiles that are not broken. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that are broken. So we're going to, after we get that stove out, we're going to take our tile and lay it up there and see if we can't make it fit, because this is a discontinued tile actually, and we want to get it done today. Otherwise, we're just going to have to take them all back and pick out a different tile.
Look out, Tex.
Oh, the tires are getting squished down. Where we want to put it, Jules?
Just right here is fine. Well, we've got Colin's help. We're going to ask him to do all the muscly things. So he and Marty are going to also carry out this hearth pad. I'll be selling that. It's in such good condition still.
Yeah.
We plugged the hole up so you can't get in there no more.
This was going to look super cool. Unfortunately, this is all we've got that's not broken. We thought maybe we could fit them in there and the broken parts would end up being parts that got cut off, but it's not gonna work. You can see there's pieces missing. It's not just like a super clean break. You got pieces missing from here. You've got pieces missing from here. We've got pieces missing right there. It's not going to work. We're gonna have to get different tile. This tile is not gonna be available, but man, wouldn't that have looked super cool? So we're gonna have to go pick out something else. We'll just go see what we can find. We made it back from Home Depot and we got all of the supplies that we need, I think, to accomplish our goal. First thing we gotta do though is we gotta take this thing all apart because we gotta cut it down just a little bit. So we're gonna go ahead and take this guy apart. because we're gonna like put a like a facade on it of a nice knotty pine that we can stain to match all the rest of the wood in here. So we're gonna take it apart and cut it down just a little bit.
I'd wait forever, honey, for one more minute with you. I'd spend all my money to spend more time with you. It may sound a little bit funny, there's no one else like you, say that you do. I was on the long road running, found my way to you. From driving rain.
Jules is getting the tools that we need to cut the tile, and we've got this plumb bob. So Colin and I went up here and we ran a plumb bob down from the chimney so that we could find the center here for sure. I mean, we could have measured and found the center, but I wasn't 100% sure that the stove sat right in the center of this, what do you call this thing? Hearth pad. So we used a plumb bob and we found the center, and so we drilled a hole here. This is the vent pipe that we're gonna be using for the fresh air intake for the wood stove. And it's just gonna go down here so that we can find it and hook up the pipe as we're going. And now we need to go under the house. Colin's gonna go under the porch and we're gonna find where this vent pipe is gonna come out over there. And he's going to attach the outside part so that we can get it all working.
Oh, that's not much space. All right. There's some tennis balls. Hopefully I'm close to where I need to be because there's not much space under here. And I'm not a huge fan of all these cobwebs. I think this is where the cats take some of their dead animals, their fresh kills. Now it's just a waiting game for Mr. Marty to drill through the wall. Fun place to hang out.
We're under the house now. Here's where our vent pipe is coming down, which means we need to go like right over here and drill a hole through that outside spot so that Colin can tell me if it'll work. All right, Colin, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, here it comes.
Okay. Oh, no, one more over. Oh, gross. Bunch of little squirrel parts. But there's a whole dead squirrel over there.
Fortunately, this is the dullest bit in the history of bits. Let's see if we can just take this guy off. I'd say that bit's definitely not 3 inches, but it'll get us a lot closer. And then we can continue on with that one. Because we got to go through the house rim joist and we got to go through the ledger board for the deck. Okay. Now let's go back to this one. I need to get like a drill bit sharpener. Hey, Colin.
Hey.
Did you find where I am? I haven't come through yet, but can you tell by the sound?
Yeah, I know the bay that you're on. I can't
hear you.
I can't see it yet. Oh yeah, dead center, pretty much. Hey, I forgot to get the pipe with the white thing on the end of it. Oh, thank you.
Welcome.
All right, Miss Julie to the rescue.
We're making good progress. Thanks for holding that light for me. All right, I got one block out.
All right, you're starting to sound a little closer.
Yeah, 1.5 inches closer. All right, OSB next.
Oh, hey there.
Hey.
Hey, how's it going?
I can see out. It's cool.
Oh, yeah.
Hi.
You got many dead squirrels in there?
Yeah, there's a dead squirrel in here. It's from the cats when they used to be able to get in here. They brought presents under the house. He's pretty well dehydrated now.
Right. All the way through.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's cool.
Really thick.
So go ahead and stick that piece through there.
Okay.
And, you know, kind of get it level and screw it on. Although I don't think the bottom screws are going to go, huh? Probably not. We'll see, though.
Probably not.
All right, cool. So he's got it through there. He's attaching it on the outside, and then we can work towards getting it connected to that 90. I forgot to bring the 90 down. All right. Come on, out of there. Whew. I think I was really stuck in there. Yeah.
I don't think that'll do it though, but oh, it does. It works.
Cool. Thank you. Okay, we got a 90. Thank you. Whoa, whoa. Okay, thank you. Oh man. It's just a hair too short. Okay. We'll have to figure that out, unfortunately. Well, let's leave that one and we'll take this one off of here and we'll use it since it's already put together. So this one will go over here. Whoops. Go over here. Then we'll measure off of that one to cut us a piece. Now we gotta try to line this up. I think we're gonna need another 90. Put this guy together. Well, we've got to make one side smaller. Got to crimp it down a little bit. So I experimented a bit before. Basically, you can just take your pliers like this and just go all the way around. Okay, this one's gonna go into here. We'll have to tape up that last seam after we get everything set, but we should probably just leave it like it is for right now and then get the top set. Then we can come back down, tape everything up, make sure everything's good. Just in case we gotta take it apart. For some reason, it'd be a pain to take it apart after we taped it all. We got a 4-inch vent coming in. The stove only requires a 3-inch. So we should have plenty of airflow. I'm gonna leave the things down here that I definitely will need down here later. I'll see you on the surface. So Colin's gonna be toe-nailing these other joists in for the wood stove. And then, oh, let me show you this in case you didn't see it yet. We've got the vent pipe coming right up through that hole there. And it's gonna just keep coming up and be up here. Then we can connect the stove to it and suck all that air. So why do we want to do that, right? Why do we want to put that fresh air intake in? Mostly because the stove just draws its combustion air from the inside of the house. The stove burns 24 hours a day in the wintertime, and so it's constantly sucking, I don't know how many CFM of cold air from outside of the house, sucking it into the house from every like little nook and cranny. It comes up through our emergency escape hatch, around the doors, and every little spot where it can suck air into the house, it's sucking it in, and then it's going into the stove and being heated and put out the chimney. And so what we're trying to do this year is bring all of that combustion air in from the outside, but not through every single little nook and cranny, to come right through that vent pipe into the stove. All right, so our stove's laying upside down on this cart. This part right here is where the combustion air gets sucked into the stove. So we're connecting that fresh air vent pipe up to that so that it will suck it all in directly from outside without cooling off the whole house. All right, I measured, Colin cut. How's it look?
Looks pretty straight up from here.
Cool. We'll try to put this piece of pipe in there. I know it's gonna be really hard to see though, huh? How are we gonna see to line it up? Maybe we can look down the pipe. Fit on there? Yeah. Sweet. So far, so good. Now we need our cement board. Put that on there so we can cut the holes through the cement board. Go ahead and slide this one all the way over. So we didn't know which side of this to put up, to put the thin set on. Jules just Googled it and she found out that you put the rough side up. Well, this is the roughest side. So that's the one going up. Hopefully we measured correctly and we'll have another hole that's perfectly aligned. Oh, look at that. It's pretty close, but it's not quite perfect. Oh yeah, you can see right in there, huh?
To cut the cement board here, you just get your straight edge and you line it up on your line, which we already have here. Now I'm just gonna take this knife and go down it a couple times. You just want to cut through the top layer and then it should just break. And then you just cut the other side there.
Woo! Nice.
Beautiful. We've got a tile saw out, filling up the tray with water. Never used a tile saw before, so we're kind of figuring it out. But thank you, Courtney and Riley, for giving us this tile saw that we can use. We're finally getting to use it. I just turned it on, and it shoots water, and the blade spins. So I think we're good to go. We probably should have watched the YouTube video on how to do this. You think you cut through the whole thing at one time, or you kind of go with passes?
If it's the same as the hole, it's passes.
Let's find out.
Every golden sunrise breaking through the leaves, songbirds in the morning, an ancient melody. These are the gifts we're given that make life worth living.
What do you think?
I think it's gonna be awesome.
I think, like Colin said, it probably blew out this side a little bit. The back side, the fancy side that we want to see, but we couldn't cut it the other way. It had to be cut this way. Ready? Did a little bit. Exactly what happened.
Shaking in your bones, you got a song worth singing, and a fire to lead you home.
So we marked on this tile where the hole for the vent coming up out of the crawl space is, and so we're just lining it up, getting it kind of centered in that hole, and we'll draw a line around it. We're gonna try to cut it. I saw a guy do it on YouTube, so can't be that hard, right? What do you think?
We're gonna find out.
I think it's gonna be that hard. So I watched the guy on YouTube, probably a professional. He used one of these right here to cut a round hole in tile. That's what we're gonna try to do right now. See if we can't do it. Yep, I'm gonna want some glasses. But I have no idea where my glasses are. Can I borrow yours?
Yep.
Now I'm super cool and safe. That's working pretty good. Look at it, Jose.
Wow.
That ain't bad.
That's great. And we'll have a little grout.
Yeah,
cover
well,
any.
it'll be grouted.
That's awesome.
I think it's gonna work.
Let me see.
Okay. Then we'll clean it up and make it wider from the other side.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Looks like a little volcano now.
Yep. Whew. Well, we got a hole. Supposedly we clean it up from the other side because it's like, take a look at it. You know, it's wider at the top, narrower at the bottom. So now we widen it up from the back.
And the fire to lead you on. Keep on running, keep on running.
Bam, baby. It's perfect, Jaws. Grout around there and you won't even see the cut. Wanted to try a little piece here before we make the cut that we're gonna need to, but I cut it perfectly, right? Like that's
Beautiful.
so.
For reals. Hi, Sarah.
Hey, Snare.
Let's see.
Looks like a factory cut.
Yeah, that's great. It is hot though.
I should finish cutting this one off so that we can use this for the other side.
Day breaks in a single man with one hammer and two hands. He begins with a nail and plank, steel pushing through the wood grain. And all the racket he makes from his one-man crew, it draws another man seeking a belt too. Now with four strong arms and one desire, mallets move along in double time. Hey brother, it's time to put your hands up, 'cause we're building a stage to stand on. Oh, we're building a stage to stand on. Getting taller and taller from the ground it began on. And we're building a stage to stand on. Oh, we're building a stage to stand on.
All right, we're gonna try to screw this cement board down and just try to use, we're gonna use sheetrock screws and no countersink, just see what happens. No. Perfect. I think it's just like glue. Huh.
Wow.
Oh yeah. It's like toothpaste.
Smells kind of like paint.
I could see through all the faces telling me to find my place, and I'm so close that I can taste it on my tongue. Tell the king he's overthrown, follow where the river's flown, underneath the water cold, all overcome. Never tired, we never drop. What's inside can't be stopped. Light it up, light it up, light it up.
I think, guys, that we need to move quickly. But I've never done tile before, so I'm not really sure.
Light it up like the sun. Light it up like the sun. Sun alive, once written off the road ahead is paved in gold. The history, the rise and fall, it's on my skin. Once before me painted red, the screaming.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Little puzzle pieces.
Yeah. This one should go here because it's kind of busted.
That's where Tuck sleeps anyways.
Back into the house. We're gonna go ahead and tape up all these seams to make sure that they are held together well. And we've got a spray foam. I don't know if we have to, but I want to. Spray foam around the entrance here, or the penetration into the floor. This is the one that coming apart sometime. Why run this pipe all the way outside instead of just having it draw air from the crawl space? Which would totally work. And if we were in a different environment, as in it didn't get so cold in the wintertime. I mean, it's not like, North Dakota or something, but we get down into the negatives in the wintertime and maybe down to -20, for a little bit, a couple weeks or so every winter. But during that time is when you're running your wood stove at like max, right? Trying to keep your house warm. It's also during that time that you'd be drawing the most and the coldest air into your house or into the crawl space. So in order to avoid the potential of freezing pipes down here, we don't want to be drawing a bunch of cold air unnecessarily into the crawl space. Well, that one's on there good. We're gonna try to spray foam it upside down. I should have spray foamed it from the top before we put the actual pad on that part, but I forgot, so we didn't do that. We're gonna try to spray foam it upside down. See if we don't make a big mess here. It's working out great. Okay, well, that worked out all right. Whew, cool. Now we just gotta go spray from that end down there, put the insulation back up there, and we're done down here. That can, even though there's a lot of foam left in it, man, it just does not want to come out. It's been used a while. I think maybe I used it upright and wasted a lot of the air in it. I don't know, but it ain't coming out, man. It's done. We got it, but it's like coming out so slow that it's not even funny. This is the grout we're going to use. We only probably need less than half of it, so we're just gonna divide it in half. It's gonna be hard to do. How are we gonna separate that in half? Or we just pinch it? Well, that's a lot, Mom.
That's way more than we need.
Do you have a scale? Mm-hmm. All right, so we're getting it exactly to, ooh, that's it right there, huh?
Yep.
All right, half, 5 pounds right here. That was so easy. So it says we use 2.9 pints for the whole thing, 10 pounds. So we've got 1.4 pints of water here. Put them in there. Now we just mix it all together. Yeah, that's a little gray, huh?
I don't know. It's called oyster. What's it called? Yeah, oyster gray.
I'm surprised it's not more
Moist.
watery.
Yeah.
I don't know. Doesn't seem like it ought to be. We'll put the right amount, right? 1 pint and 1.5 pints almost. We're gonna add a little bit more water. It says you can add a little bit more if you need to. A little bit more. Okay. since we have so little that we need to do, we're gonna go ahead and just do it by hand.
It's like finger painting.
Yeah, you might want to get some gloves
Do it too.
and do it too, so that it goes faster, just in case this dries quickly.
Okay.
Ready? Just let it go down slow. Beautiful.
Oh dear.
All right. We got it ready.
Yeah.
Put up there. But Jules isn't confident in her skills.
I don't think so. I have an idea. Oh.
You want to go all the way.
Go. Just, there we go. Okay. We can do this. I can do it. Ready?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
1, 2, 3. Yeah. It's going somewhere like that. Good job.
Wow. High five.
Something like that, huh? It's perfect. We got it. All right. Let's see if we're level. It's good right there. So let's take out the wobble on this one. Just gonna take out a little tiny bit of slack that's here. All right, we got the stove put right where it goes. Now we get to try to put the stove pipes back in. Like I said earlier, it looks like we're putting the stovepipe on upside down. But when you look inside of here, we're not. This one is going inside of this one. And then the second layer, because it's a double wall pipe, goes on the outside. That way, you can't burn yourself when you touch the stove or when you touch the stovepipe. Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome.
It's nice that the top of the ladder has a magnet.
So convenient.
Now that we got all that tile done, the next thing we want to do is prepare our mantelpiece. It's coming out of this tree right here. This was a hemlock right here off of our property. But we got to cut it down to size and we got to take it over to Beth and Greg's to get milled into a nice, beautiful live edge beam. This tree right here has a ton of knots in it, which I think is going to look really cool on the live edge once we get it milled down. We are out here at our dream in the woods. Check out the timber frame barn dominium that they're building. Sawmills right over here. And we're going to take our log and hopefully mill it down to a beautiful kind of live edge. We basically found the orientation. It should have a slight bow to it, kind of pointing out towards the living room. Right now, he's just getting it level, basically the center right here, measuring down there, measuring down here, finding the center of it. So I guess we can slice off the top,
Yeah.
assuming.
But then that should have that crown this way
Right,
oriented correctly because that's the pith there and going that way.
okay.
Yeah, you can just push it out there.
That is so cool. Man, it smells good.
Doesn't smell like time.
Sarah wants to do it.
Oh, you go, Sarah.
Okay.
She does. I can feel
No, I
it.
just think it's cool. It's like fun.
It's just part of my job.
Well, Greg, it came out beautiful. I think it looks great. Nice and square, and we'll peel that bark off and let it dry like you said.
Yeah, no, it's a cool looking piece with the hemlock and the little color variations and knots. Just gonna have good character. I like that curve to the front.
Yeah.
It looks like you knew what you were doing or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 years of experience milling logs, right?
Yeah, our channel's Our Dream in the Woods. We started about 2 years ago. We've been friends with you guys for almost that entire time. You've been mentors to us, so we appreciate all the input on our channel. Has been very helpful. Not quite doing a pure homestead, but we're building our home from scratch off logs from the property here mainly, and milling things up, and so we're making a timber frame barn that's going to be our house.
Yeah, that's
So,
cool.
Yeah.
It looks really awesome.
Yeah, it's slow, but and a lot of work, like you guys
Yeah.
know.
So
But
how
it's
many
happening.
how many videos do you have on your channel now, roughly? Over 100?
Yeah, well over maybe close to 200.
200 videos you guys can go
With
watch?
shorts and all that kind of stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
lots of videos. Whole process from taking the trees down, all the work that went into the foundation, all the milling that happened. We've milled about 13,000 board feet so far into the barn structure, and then just all the planning and mistakes.
Yeah,
You know,
right.
like I'm a do-it-yourselfer. I'm not a builder. Didn't know anything about a mill until I started, so we're just teaching ourselves as we go. And
Well, it's coming out beautiful. I can't wait to see the finished product.
yeah, me too.
Yeah. So there's plenty of videos to come on their channel, so go ahead and subscribe. There's a link down in the description below where you can check them out and subscribe and follow along on their journey of building this beautiful timber frame barn dominium.
Barnuminium.
Yeah, barn dominium here. We're going to take this thing home, unload it, and let it start drying. All right, so this right here is where that big beam is going to go. It's probably going to go right about here and go all the way across. There'll also be wood that comes down here and something in the middle. Let me know. I'm thinking corrugated tin, but maybe like some of that fake thin rock we could put here as well below that big mantelpiece. If you didn't get a good view of the floor here, man, check it out. It came out great. The pine came out beautiful as well. Guys, that is going to do it for this video. We've got the next video right up here for you to go ahead and watch next. But in the meantime, we hope you guys have a really great day and keep smiling.